Arrived perfect, 100% true description, all tested and works normal, very good phone, is still more beautiful in person, very large, agent surprised, at least.
Thank you very much. I received my parcel one day before the scheduled date. I thank the seller for his honesty and also AliExpress to the whole team of Ali.
Thought my Ulefone Power 5 with a 13,000 mAh battery is huge, so this monster surpassed its size, and with the protector so in general P******, the seller is the worst among all on Elika, for this is awarded 1 star, a month pulled with the shipment, sculpted standard excuses, which sends in the order of the queue. At the same time someone sent the phone in 2 weeks, someone waited 2 months, at the expense of the shares and discounts recruited a crowd of suffering, and processing orders did not have time. The site had information fast delivery in stock, but, wait a month, the body is paging normally, the protector is not needed, with it, it does not charge with fast charging and looks redundant bulky, pleased with the quick search for satellites. Very good product arrived in Brazil. Have right that the seller said, most wind was in Brazil because was taxed and after paying the fee then the wind was of office, otherwise everything is wonderful. Super recommend, wonderful device and arrived in perfect condition.
The parcel went 12 days, the seller sent in 2 hours, the week in China hung in 5 days and the phone was bright. Before that, I used S60.
Phone good, heavy, specifically for men, included a charge of 97%, downloaded the update. The sound is loud, the screen is bright. Let's see how much will hold 10000 battery. Send long, communicate with the seller to send faster. Still it breaks with the shipment, but it's not critical. Took on the action 14800 rubles for such money fired. Sending the goods was about 3 weeks, a little tense this moment, because they did not know whether the boundaries would close and how quickly then the order will come. For 1.5 months received the parcel, beautiful original box, everything is beautifully packed, suitable even for a gift. The phone is heavy, because of the large capacity of the battery. The husband is long used that the phone is as big and heavy as a brick. Buttons ampersand put additional functions ampersand click did not like. My husband turned them off. Not convenient. Constantly pressed. Applications. The internet all flies on her. Excellent price. For an excellent phone, for strength did not check and in the water have not yet topped. Thank you to the seller. Conned me that everything will send and everything will come to me intact.
My son loved the cell, exceeded expectations. To who's thinking about buying it is huge and heavy, came very well packed.
Mega fast delivery all corresponds to the description I recommend.
It went about a month, packed week, all pochette, while I'm testing photos of video norms. Hard as brick floor, really free space 180 gig, Android takes 12 gig and something else, flies perfectly. The game does not test but on other videos saw how on games it is easy on Ultra without frizzes. The indicator works but the left is slightly dim. The fingerprint is perfectly unlocked. Sound loud, run distortion. I recommend the seller.
Everything came very quickly. In 13 days, everything seems to work. Charging wireless works, but the phone is heated from below. The boxes were crumpled but everything is whole. In the box with the phone was a hole broken. Lucky that they did not test the contents. Regretted the packages. Protective glasses bonus.
A chic device. Took his father as a gift. He is pleased like an elephant. The only thing, heavy. You have to get used to it. And so I liked everything. Definitely recommend.
Sent for almost a month, but reached R&D in 8 days. The device is perfect for self-defense, works very sharp, good at everything, happy as an elephant. Waiting was worth it.
The phone is just fire, heavy, but it's clear. The battery capacity is large. 2409 ordered, 1009 received. All the whole boxes are not crumpled. Everything is fine. Shop and seller recommend. How to deal with everything. I'll compliment the review. I recommend to buy.
All the agrees with description listing. Phone mega chunky and large as noisy, works without any problem. As for the seller, not tell contact is not be such quickly come hard to understand. No one minus this delivery time very late, sent walk nearly 2 months, still wanna miss for office customs very easily and pay extra no buttons dust and lag.
Big and heavy, had to pay $203 of tax, all as advertised.
The phone the seller sent for a very long time, and so it's like everything is normal. The goods are satisfied.
came quickly. Everything is in place. The package is slightly damaged. The phone is large, heavy, for men.
Delivery and packing is super. To the already pasted protective film, one goes separately and one in a box with a cover. Protective case seems very fragile, most likely from falling on a solid surface. Even from the height of the hands will fly into the tree. The cover, in my opinion, of its money is not worth it. The sensor on the phone is not as sensitive as expected, but already used. Side buttons are very soft and sensitive. At this weight it is difficult not to press getting out of your pocket and removing in your pocket, and programmable buttons are constantly pressed in your pocket and in your hands even with a locked phone. The battery lives 2 to 3 days with non-constant conversations and toys for 2 to 4 hours a day or YouTube. While less than 10 to 15%, I do not lower the battery, only for communication for a day. 15% batteries will be enough for sure. I heard that the mobile code is quite demanding for performance. With this phone cope, the fingerprint scanner works fine, no complaints. The screen is bright enough, the sound is quite loud. I'm glad to buy. I recommend the seller.
After the order, I waited 2 weeks for them to send out, and 73 more days of delay. From them, a month and a half. Our customs couldn't decide to deliver me the phone or not, but here I got it. Paid a tax of about 670 off. However, all it is also cheaper than buying from us. Battery when turned on showed 77%, quite not bad. Check the photo, also quite like for such a device. Please is already the chip protective film and another spare as a gift. Quite massive and pleasant to the touch, I will advise.
I received the phone well, no damage, everything is okay.
A good device, looks quite tough, not there put under D&& Octa. For those who like appliances, robust S8 going not for quality of cameras is a good option.
I'll say immediately, the seller handles the order for a long time. You cannot even write to him anything. Will write as I send, so send. Wait, but the parcel arrives very quickly, a little more than a week in Moscow. On the parcel, the seller indicated that inside the car navigator cost in 35 UE, therefore, the parcel was not delayed and did not cause interest. The phone is very huge for comparison. In the bank's photo for 10,000 and gone pad. In the hands to hold, hard to kick out. 10th Android, Russian languages and not even a curve. Simple menu settings, there are no launcher, all on the swipes. You need to get used to the ringtone a little. Cameras can say just have them. I was afraid that the processor is vegetable. There is no everything flies. Any games from the Play Market will kill. The network catches normally no better than any worse. The main chip of the battery is discharged extremely reluctant even in games. Charges quickly, does not heat. Well, these eyes of the predator behind can only be seen in the dark. During the day, for example, when you call, you will not scare anyone. In general, I liked the device good.
Excellent seller, I note 1000 to buy back with it.
The phone finally arrived safe. As usual, I didn't miss a duty, but it still pays off. The shipment is perfectly packed and the phone box and covers are wrapped in foil. First impression, shock. The phone is heavier than the S70 and thicker, etc. In the package, additional screen protection. One was already glued to the phone. The housing is like that. I thought it would be metal and plastic, so I suspect that it will not last long, but it will work at work. The next comment is when you see how it goes after some time, but I recommend the seller.
Great product, chunky and heavy.
Receives then 6DCM24/8/63 to HDMI 19/9/63 treats wholesale quick big thorn.
The phone is good, but the camera will not very much. Hope that it will work for all its money.
Delivery took 1 month. Phone weight 378 grams. Android 10 costs. The phone is excellent both for price and quality. Recommend.
It seems nice product, but has one caveat: slow shipping. Nearly 2 months from HK to South Korea and they does not respond the message requesting when it's ready to shipping. Although they notice that it will be delayed by a shipping status, but that does not notice that it may be over a month.
Welcome, the order was accepted earlier for the day of the specified term. Everything suits the body, like it.
Sweetovid Premier smartphone. Dodo smartphone is not a pleasure, but a mix of scraps. Tom has made his claims to the seller. The phone was sent out after 30 days of purchase. Coming you go for 200 bucks Eve, 23 days of dining to me. They are 20 days old. Might only Ock didn't pay. I think so. Zodiac his wife is the correct seller of the product. For the great plus, phone brave for a rise in price that's not easy. Agree money is not important. HTOBRTZE smartphone for Igor I will say so a shield of sashes for a fun, and not for Igor a asphalt 9 need on maximals without the camera on 3 dolly and G-AL to the same method then the camera is not extinguished at 4 the buttons of the third side are not thought out. All our push reviews of the dining cannot on the ale can supply them with a patio and such a chinstone do not wake up the dot key. Red patioter will not wake up.
Box the phone came in looks like it fought the postmaster and lost. Phone and contents however were unaffected. All goods were accounted for and intact. Battery came charged to 93%. Phone screen is not only large, but phone is thick with battery, heavy. Colors on the screen good. Was able to quickly get old information off of old ZTE. Have not tried camera yet. So far very pleased. Will leave additional feedback later after I have used phone more. Shipping was slow, but that is due to the coronavirus. Contacted seller on a handful of occasions. They responded each time.
My husband is very pleased with the phone. They waited for him for a long time. A month sent the seller and for almost 2 weeks he went to us. But for such a price we were ready to wait bought for 1700 are on pre-order. Declared by the seller the characteristics correspond. Heavy, powerful. The battery is really large. Charging is enough for a long time. It works very quickly compared to its past DOOGEE S30 on which just stopped to grab the RAM. So they decided to buy him a new model. In general, the phone is excellent. We recommend.
The device is spectacular. My first impressions were the best possible. Just think that should declare a lower value on the robbery here in Brazil. The customs system is of poor quality. I so far not nowhere stuck 670 real rates complete nonsense. Finally my seller arrived.
Everything is fine. Ordered on the days of the sale on August 24th. In the hands of the phone we hold on September 25th. Tracked, packed well, loaded quickly 96% battery, flying fast, satisfied.
Delivered quickly. The phone corresponds to the declared characteristics. There are some shortcomings. Installed Google programs and they cannot be removed, only disabled, and then not all. The phone is very voluminous and very heavy. Facial recognition works once it finds a person only at a certain distance. The dynamics do not play well bass, as a column cannot be used, but through the headphones sounds great. Memory is little of 6 GB on an empty phone to Z3 5 GB. No barometer. In the rest, a normal phone. The battery for 3 days of active setting was discharged from 97% to 20%. It is quite possible that it is really 10000/H. In general, the purchase is satisfied, because not critical. It was bought as a %quit workhorse %quit for calls, SMS and messengers. On the phone immediately pasted a protective film. Another put in the kit. On the phone there is a hole to attach a rope for the hand, which is included in the photo. The phone is compared to Helio P70 2019. Good phone for good price. I had before S60. The sound of calls while awful. Now with S88 is perfect. I don't like too much some apps, music and photos, and the camera focus is slow. The NFC works fast. The plastic or rubber of the corners is better designed. The LED %quit breath %quit of the rear is a shit. Only works with SMS or charging.